We all know the sting of heartbreak, that deep, soul-crushing pain that feels as if it will never end. It's like a heavy shadow cast over your heart, making everything seem dull and lifeless. But rest assured, if you're feeling this way, you are not alone. Heartbreak is a universal experience, one that crosses all borders and boundaries. It is a language we all understand, a pain we've all felt at one point or another. It's important to remember that heartbreak isn't just about romantic love. It can stem from a multitude of situations: the loss of a cherished friendship, the end of a dearly held dream, or even the passing of a loved one. It's a complex emotion, a cocktail of sorrow, longing, and often self-doubt. You might find yourself asking questions: why me? What did I do wrong? Is there something inherently flawed about me? It's normal to go through these introspective moments. They are part of the process, part of the journey towards healing, but let's pause for a moment and take a breath. Yes, heartbreak is painful, and yes, it can feel like the end of the world, but it's not. This pain you're feeling, it's testament to your capacity to love, to feel, to connect with others. It's proof that you are human, and to be human is to experience the whole spectrum of emotions, from the highest joy to the deepest sorrow. So if you're in the throes of heartbreak, take heart. It's okay to feel the pain, to wallow in it even. It's okay to cry, to grieve for what was lost. But remember, this pain is not your destination. It's part of your journey. It's part of the process that shapes you, makes you stronger, and eventually leads you to a place of healing and growth. Remember, it's okay to feel the pain. It's part of the healing process. I too have walked down this path of heartache and despair. Yes, my friends, I've been where you are. Now I want to share my story with you, not to dwell on the past, but to show that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Once upon a time, I too was in love with someone. We had a beautiful relationship filled with laughter, shared dreams, and plans for a future together. But as is often the case in life, things didn't go as planned. Our relationship ended, and with it, my heart shattered into 1,000 pieces. The pain was immense. I felt like I was drowning in a sea of despair, my heart heavy with the weight of lost love. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Everything reminded me of her. I was stuck in a time loop of memories and what-ifs, unable to see beyond the fog of heartbreak. But as days turned into weeks and weeks into months, I began to realize that my life was not over. Yes, a chapter had ended, but the book was far from finished. I decided to take control of my narrative, to turn the page, and start a new chapter. The first step was acceptance. I had to accept that the relationship was over, that there was no going back. It was a bitter pill to swallow, but it was necessary. Next, I turned to self-care. I started exercising, eating healthier, and focusing on my mental well-being. I found solace in music, books, and nature. I took up new hobbies, met new people, and slowly but surely, I started to feel better. I also sought professional help. I spoke to a therapist who helped me understand and process my feelings. It was a cathartic experience, one that I highly recommend. Most importantly, I learned to love myself. I realized that my worth was not tied to someone else's opinion of me. I was, and am, enough, just as I am. Overcoming heartbreak was not an overnight process. It took time, patience, and a lot of self-love. But I emerged stronger, wiser, and more resilient. I learned that heartbreak, while painful, is also a catalyst for growth. It forces you to look inward, to reassess your life, and to make changes for the better. Today, I stand before you, not as a broken man, but as someone who has experienced the depths of heartbreak and come out the other side. I am living proof that there is life after heartbreak, that pain is not permanent, and that it is possible to find love and happiness again. The journey of healing wasn't easy, but every step was worth it. And I assure you, my friends, your journey will be worth it too. You are not alone in this, and remember, the sun will rise again. It always does. Despite the pain, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. You see, heartbreak, as crushing as it may feel, is not a full stop. It's a comma, a pause, a moment to reflect, heal, and then to continue. It's a somber symphony that paves the way for a brighter melody. So let's talk about hope and possibilities. The sunrise is waiting for you after this long night. Imagine your life as a book. Each chapter holds its own story, its own lessons, its own heartbreaks and triumphs. Right now you might be in a chapter that's filled with pain and sadness, but remember, it's just one chapter. There are many more waiting to be written, colored with different hues, brimming with new characters, new experiences, and yes, new possibilities. Think of heartbreak as a catalyst, a force that propels you towards growth. It's a chance to learn about yourself, your resilience, your capacity to love, and yes, to heal. You see, Heartbreak doesn't define you, but how you rise from it, well, that's a different story. It's a story of strength, of courage, and of hope. Now, I want you to think of your future, not with fear or dread, but with anticipation. Picture yourself stepping into the unknown with an open heart and mind, ready to embrace whatever comes your way. Because that's where the magic happens, in the realm of the unknown, where possibilities are infinite. It's important to remember that this pain, this heartbreak, is temporary. It may feel like an eternity, but like a fierce storm, it will pass. And once it does, you'll find yourself standing stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. So take this time to heal, to grow, to learn. Let the heartbreak shape you, but not define you. Embrace the pain, but don't let it consume you. Use it as a stepping stone towards a brighter, more hopeful future. Remember, every end is a new beginning. Heartbreak is not just emotional, it's scientific too. As we delve into the realm of heartbreak, it becomes clear that our minds and bodies are intrinsically linked. When we experience emotional pain, it echoes through us, leaving no part untouched. Firstly, let's address the fact that heartbreak is a universal experience. It's not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to our capacity to love and be loved. You see, our brains are wired for connection. When a significant relationship ends, it can feel like a physical blow. This pain isn't just in your head, it's real, and it's rooted in our biology. Research shows that the brain processes emotional pain in a similar way to physical pain. A study conducted by the University of Michigan found that the same regions of the brain that light up in response to physical pain also flare up when we experience rejection or heartbreak. This explains why we often feel a genuine ache in our bodies when we're heartbroken. Another intriguing fact revolves around a hormone known as oxytocin. Often referred to as the love hormone, oxytocin is released when we hug or kiss a loved one. It helps us form strong emotional bonds. However, when we're heartbroken, the production of this hormone doesn't just stop. In fact, it increases, leading to feelings of attachment and longing. This is why letting go can feel so difficult. Then there's the role of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that's responsible for our feelings of pleasure and reward. When we're in love, our brains are flooded with dopamine. This creates a sense of euphoria, making us crave the presence of our loved ones. However, when we experience heartbreak, this dopamine high is suddenly gone. This dramatic shift can lead to withdrawal-like symptoms, similar to those experienced by drug addicts. Lastly, let's touch upon the concept of broken heart syndrome. While it may sound like a poetic metaphor, it's a real medical condition, also known as Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. It's a temporary heart condition that's often brought on by stressful situations, like the death of a loved one. The symptoms can mimic those of a heart attack, including chest pain and shortness of breath. This just goes to show how deeply our emotional state can impact our physical health. In conclusion, heartbreak is a complex process that affects us both emotionally and physically. It's a testament to the depth of our human capacity to love and connect. So, remember, it's okay to feel the way you do. It's okay to take your time to heal. You're not alone in this journey. Understanding the science of heartbreak can help us better navigate our healing journey. Healing from heartbreak is a journey, and I'm here to guide you through it. Now that we have a better understanding of heartbreak, its impacts, and the hope that lies beyond it, let's explore some practical steps you can take on your healing journey. First and foremost, it's essential to practice self-care. Self-care is more than just bubble baths and chocolate cake, though those can be a part of it too. It's about truly caring for your emotional, mental, and physical health. This could mean ensuring you're eating healthily, getting enough sleep, and exercising regularly. It could also entail taking time to engage in activities that bring you joy and peace, such as reading a good book, exploring nature, or even just sitting quietly with a cup of tea. Next, don't underestimate the power of support. You're not alone in this journey, and there's no need to bear the weight of heartbreak by yourself. Reach out to those around you, whether they're friends, family, or professional counselors. Share your feelings, your fears, and your hopes. You might be surprised at how much simply talking about your experience can help. It's okay to lean on others when you're hurting, that's what they're there for. Now let's talk about personal growth. Yes, heartbreak is painful, but it also provides an opportunity for self-discovery and development. Use this time to reflect on what you've learned from the relationship and how you can apply those lessons moving forward. This could mean setting new personal goals, exploring new hobbies, or even just taking the time to truly get to know yourself again. Additionally, it's crucial to remember that it's okay to grieve. Heartbreak is a form of loss, and it's natural to feel a deep sense of sadness and longing. Allow yourself to feel these emotions without judgment. It's not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to the depth of your capacity to love and feel. Lastly, patience is key. Healing from heartbreak isn't a race, and there's no set timeline for when you should be over it. It's a process, and it takes as long as it takes. So, be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace in the moments when the pain feels overwhelming. Remember, it's okay to have bad days. You're human after all. In your journey of healing, it's important to remember that this heartbreak does not define you. It's a chapter in your story, but it's not the whole book. Your narrative is still being written, and there are countless possibilities ahead. With patience, perseverance, and self-love, you can overcome heartbreak. Remember, healing is not a destination but a journey, and every step you take, no matter how small, is a step towards a brighter, stronger, and more resilient you. Heartbreak is a universal experience, but it doesn't define us. Those words ring true for everyone who has ever felt the sting of a broken heart. It's a pain that cuts deep, a wound that feels like it will never heal. But here's the thing, it does heal. And that's the most important message we've explored today. We've delved into the very heart of heartbreak, understanding its complexities and the emotional turmoil it brings. We've shared personal stories of resilience, of overcoming the odds and finding the strength to rise again. Stories that prove, no matter how shattered your heart may feel, it's not the end. We've talked about the hope and possibilities that lie ahead, the new chapters waiting to be written. The world is vast, filled with endless opportunities for love and happiness. And yes, it may seem hard to see that now, but trust in the journey. Let the hope of a better tomorrow guide you through the darkest hours. We've examined the psychological aspects of heartbreak, the scientific truths that help us understand why it hurts so much, but more importantly, why it's a crucial part of our human experience. It shapes us, molds us, and ultimately, it strengthens us. And finally, we've explored practical tips for healing. Simple, effective steps that can help you navigate through the storm. Remember to be kind to yourself, to allow yourself the time to grieve, to heal, and to grow. Healing is not a race, it's a journey. So as we conclude, let's remember the essence of our discussion today. Heartbreak is not the end. It's just a bend in the road, a detour on your journey. It's a tough experience, no doubt, but it's also an opportunity for growth, for self-discovery, and for opening your heart to new possibilities. Remember, you are more than your heartbreak. You have the strength to overcome and the capacity to love again. So take that first step towards recovery, embrace the healing process, and know that one day you will rise above the heartbreak and find love again, because you deserve nothing less.